Hare Krishna, welcome to Devotees. We're going to get started in just about a minute. Thank you for joining.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hey, well.
Prabhuji, you are from Kenya, Prabhu? Nairobi?
That's correct. Yes, Nairobi. What about
Okay.
yourself?
My husband is from, his ancestor, and he grew up until elementary school. I'm from Gujarat originally, yeah, but his family is also Gujarati, but also his father was born in Kenya and big. Yeah, it was a big. He has more history in Kenya than in India. So
Oh, right.
yeah,
અત્યારે
Nairobi.
ક્યાં રહો છો? અત્યારે તમે ક્યાં રહો છો?
અત્યારે અહીંયા સેન્ડિએગોમાં છે.
અચ્છા, San Diego. અચ્છા, okay.
હા.
Looking forward to coming to San Diego this weekend.
Definitely, yes. Thank you. Yes, I was
Yeah.
telling him. I said you.
Ready?
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. No, we're very excited to continue this. So thank you, dear devotees. My obeisances to all of you. And we will continue right now. It's time. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nitinamine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So welcome everyone to the Japa Transformation Series. My obeisances unto all of you. Today we will explore the third gate, this third session. The gate of the heart. Our feelings and our emotions. We're going to engage the emotions in our japa. First, we'll do a quick recap of the first two gates. Grab your beads because we'll do a little bit of chanting as well. Remember, this is a very hands-on exercise. Let's see if we can remember what was covered last week. So the first gate was the fundamentals, the things that are external, but they're actually very meaningful. The posture. We want to sit up straight, keep the head and neck and back in line. We don't want to lean on anything. We want to, even if you're sitting on a chair or sitting on the floor, but don't lean on something. Keep your spine up straight in a natural curve. There's many advantages, physically speaking, for focus as well, but also as body language to show Krishna that I'm here for you. And this body language convinces our mind and subtle body as well that we're doing something of importance and seriousness. Then we talked about the clarity of pronunciation. Let us not disrespect the Lord by slurring the names. We talked about the importance of a sacred space where we reserve that for the japa time. It also has many advantages. And we talked about the importance of rising early. That was the first session. Then the second session, which is about the mind, was really more about how to get the mind out of the way of hearing the chatter of the mind, the analysis of the intelligence. Just hear the sound. The mantra itself is the prayer. You don't need to add layers to the prayers. If you're hearing the sound, you're already thinking of Krishna. You're concentrating on Krishna. You're focusing on Krishna. The concentration of the mind and our consciousness on the sound vibration is of the most importance. The idea is not to really engage active thoughts of other things, but just to focus on the sound. And the tip that we used was to kind of anchor on the first Hare, which we use at first Hare of every mantra to pull back the mind from where it may have wandered off to. So you're pulling back the mind pretty much at every mantra. But you still have to remain conscious because the mind does tend to wander. We mentioned this quote the last time. I made a special slide for it. This quote from Prabhupada. Someone asked him about controlling the mind during Japa. And Prabhupada said, so what is the controlling of mind? You have to chant and hear. That is all. You have to chant with your tongue, and the sound you hear. What is the question of mind? In other words, the mind shouldn't come in the way. So, let us chant for about 2 minutes. We're going to practice all that we learned the last time. Don't think of anything. Don't do any parallel processing or multitasking. Just focus on the sound and anchor on the first Hare. We'll do it for 2 minutes. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. So feel the difference. Do you feel any different chanting with focus on the pure sound? Let's make this a little bit interactive. Anybody want to share? We'll take a minute or two just to share if what we covered last week and this particular approach, would you like to describe if it's made a difference? How exactly has it helped? Please feel free. You can raise your hand or... Yes, Dhanabhai Mati, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. What I've learned and experienced that when you last two session you shared that you told us that when you focus, you don't have to worry, don't analyze, don't try to go with the Krishna's pastime or don't think anything else. Just hear the mantra and I tried and it really helped me really to focus rather than then my mind never like wander or went anywhere. So I really it made a huge difference, Prabhuji, and I've been reminding my mind that I just have to hear the mantra, nothing else, and that made my life, my thinking easier, and then I'm more relaxed. Thank you so much,
And I'm
Hare
so
Krishna.
happy to hear that. I'm happy to hear that you're able to do it. Because a lot of the time we convince ourselves that I give up on the mind, but you're able to do it. It's really not that hard. Thank you so much. Yes, Varjeshwari Priya Mataji, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Thank you very much for this tip about focusing on the first Hare. It felt like I was literally compartmentalizing my focus on the single mantra. So it was very helpful. However, I struggled with the timing. Prabhuji, it would take me literally 12 to 15 minutes to finish one round. So, and then if I was trying to do fast, then I was like, okay, why am I doing fast? I need to focus on every word. So, I don't know what is your experience with how many minutes you take focusing on each hare. If you chant that way, how many minutes you take for single round?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't find the need to change my pace.
Oh,
My
yeah.
pace is about 7.5 minutes to one round, about 15 minutes or 16 minutes for two rounds.
Uh,
So that should be a good pace for you. You can try that. Try to increase the pace while still using the first hair as the anchor. You don't have to
mm,
slow down that much. Maybe
mm.
in the beginning you slow down. That's
Okay.
okay just to get. But then see, you can try to ramp up the speed gradually, and you'll notice it's not that hard. So you can come
Okay.
back to
So
speed.
you're able to do 7.5, is it? Yeah.
Yeah, my average is between 7.5 to 8 minutes for one round. That's the pace
Mm-hmm.
that I go at. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The pace that I was chanting just now as a group was much slower than my normal pace. It's a little bit slower,
Yeah.
just so that we're in a
Mm-hmm.
group, so we go a little slower.
Mm-hmm.
But my actual
Mm-hmm.
pace is substantially faster, but not a blur. You still want the crispness of each name has to come through.
Mm-hmm.
That's important. Yes, thank
Mm-hmm.
you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Okay. Need to practice.
Shameshwari Mat. Yes, thank you. Shameshwari Mataji, please go ahead. And then after that, we have Eddie. Yes,
Hare Krishna Gurudev, I was speaking on mute, so please bear with me.
yes,
I have Gaurav here too with me.
very well.
Hare Krishna. I did this week. I did the combination of the two, and I think it really, really made a big difference. My mind, I think I mentioned this to you yesterday, was my mind, it felt it was doing some rewiring or whatever. I also, when I was sitting straight, I was feeling like I could focus a lot better. And, I was able to do longer because I'm sitting straight. Though I will tell you, I did end up with some neck issues at times. And,
Just be careful with the stiffness. That's why I said if you're
yeah,
not stiff. It's not easy to do all these things because we're not used to it. But
yes.
gradually, it'll get better at it.
Yeah, but I could feel like, I don't know, I was telling you yesterday, it was like I was feeling a warmth
The energy.
up my
Yeah,
head energy. And then I could feel some rewiring going on, I guess, because of the focus. I think the focus
yeah.
was amazing. The hare was awesome, like starting with the hare was awesome. I think I'm looking forward to the upcoming things, but I did notice that my time went slightly up. I don't do 7.5, 8. I do 8.5 or so. Maybe it
That's
goes
fine.
into 9. I don't know
Yeah.
sometimes.
If it's
Uh,
about less, if 9 to 10 minutes, that's okay. If it goes beyond 12, 15 minutes, then it might be a little too
yeah.
slow.
And I think it's also because now I'm saying it a little louder, so I need that breath.
Yes.
I think it's more that. And then over time, I'm guessing my breath will build or something.
Yeah, it's
You
perfectly
know,
fine. You'll get a good.
lung capacity, I should
Yeah,
say.
10 minutes around is not too bad. So, but eventually, you'll get the rhythm of it. So,
I can feel a big difference, though. Thank you very much, Gurudev. I think perfect timing for me after the initiation. So having
yes, yes,
having a chance to do this. So thank you very much. I just wanted to share that
yes. Thank you.
with the group. Yeah.
Yes, Eddie, and then we'll go back into the session.
My humble obeisances unto you, Guru Dev, and all glories to Sri Prabhupada. I've heard myself previously do this, but when I started really focusing more on Hare Krishna, I kind of tend to go through the whole chant, and towards the end I go, Hare Hare, after Rama Rama. But the one thing I noticed is that I'm having these letting go breaths during. It's like, like I don't know how to explain it other than the fact that it feels like there's stress and tension kind of leaving the body in a way. And that I have really enjoyed.
Yeah.
That's my difference.
Thank you, Prabhu. Yes, thank you. Suranjana Radha Mataji, please go ahead.
Krishna Gurudev, Dandot
Hare
Pranam.
Krishna, Pranam.
Please
Hare
accept my
Krishna.
humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Jai.
Yeah. So my question is, Gurudev, that when I start chanting and I feel like my life, the rhythm is changes. Like in the first is like really like more enthusiastic and everything like higher, and then end like it goes like it's called like a change. Even the meter is changing, and then I cannot chant in that 1 meter, kind of like that. So is that okay, or is like how do?
Yeah, you have to. I mean, that's fine right now as we're getting used to it. Eventually, we want to come to a proper rhythm and a meter so that it's rhythmic and consistent. Yeah.
Okay.
Right now, we're just exploring and trying to. The main thing right now is to focus on the sound, and we want to get that down. So that's
Okay.
important. Yes. Thank
Okay.
you.
All right.
All right. Thank you all very much for your inputs. So today, the third gate is the heart, engaging the heart and emotions in Japa. So in gate 1, we train the body and our environment. In gate 2, we trained our attention. So chanting becomes simpler. Today we enter gate 3, the heart. This gate is often the most desired and also the most misunderstood. So before we speak about affection and attraction or raga, we want to set some very clear guardrails. We are not trying to manufacture some emotion. We are not trying to imitate advanced devotees. We're not now leaving the sound to think or pray in sentences. And we are not judging our chanting by how we feel. None of these. In other words, this gate 3 is not an emotional performance. Where some of us are expert at crying on cue for the stage. No. Gate 3 is emotional honesty. Being in touch with our genuine heartfelt feelings. I want to briefly talk about this concept of raga. First, I want to talk about what rag is not. Rag is not an emotional display. It's not crying on demand. It does not mean visualizing pastimes during japa and kind of squeezing out some excitement from that. And it does not mean abandoning the sound for some different inner dialogue now. At our stage, any attempt to jump into ragatmika bhakti becomes imagination. At our level, this raga simply means this. When we chant, we allow our real inner life to face Krishna honestly. Not the devotee we wish we were, not the devotee we want to present publicly, but the one who's actually holding the beads right now, this devotee right here. This honesty of being alone with Krishna, this honesty is already devotional. Now, human beings are emotional beings. whether we admit it or not, whether we present ourselves as calm or intense, spiritual or practical, we are driven by what we feel. And that is why this gate is so important. Feelings affect all of us. Not that, oh, yeah, this person has no feelings. No. It's just another way we present ourselves. This gate is important. Because if we do not understand emotions, we will not be able to chant steadily, honestly, deeply, consistently. We'll either suppress the heart or we'll imitate some sort of heartfelt, so-called heartfelt feelings. We'll imitate. Either suppress or we'll imitate. And both of these angles are obstacles, suppression and imitation. So tonight, Gate 3 is about learning a very practical and liberating framework. It'll help you understand what emotions belong where, and what emotions we are meant to encourage and to cultivate right now at our current stage without pretending to be more advanced than we are. That's important. I hope that part is clear. Yeah. So we want to steer clear of pretension. Now here is the framework in one sentence. There are material emotions. There are what we call Sharanagati emotions. And there are Bhakti emotions. Material emotions are what we already know, things that we work on the material world, material plane. Bhakti emotions, the other side, the third one, are what we ultimately long for. The pure, loving relationship with Krishna. And Sharanagati emotions are the bridge between them. The bridge is what we practice. So let us walk through these one by one. First, material emotions. Material emotions are not, simply it's bad emotions. They're not evil. They're not shameful. There's normal, conditioned emotions flowing from our false ego and our survival consciousness. We shouldn't be ashamed or anything that we have them. Nothing wrong with that. This is just normal. Anxiety, restlessness, fear, discouragement, frustration, boredom, envy, irritation, this need to prove ourselves, the need to be right and just get into arguments and, prove ourselves, the need to control. These are not rare emotions. They are daily. These emotions become the main obstacle on the path of bhakti because they enslave us. Not because you felt anxious today, but because anxiety overall can become your master. Not because you had a moment of irritation, but because irritation can take over the whole mind and steal the holy name from the center of your focus. Now here's a key teaching to remember. Our emotions are shaped by our ego lens. The famous example of Krishna entering the arena of Kamsa, with the wrestling match. Different people saw the same Krishna. And they experienced completely different emotions. The same view, completely different emotions. It's like you're sharing a video clip of an event. And depending on who's watching it, the emotions are completely different. So that's Krishna in the arena. Some saw him as death personified. Those are wrestlers. Some saw him as the most beautiful person. Some saw him as their loving relative. Some felt fear. Some felt attraction. Some felt anger. Some felt joy. Look at the same person. What is the lesson? The same Krishna is present. The same holy name is present. But our experience changes according to who we think we are. So if my ego is in controlling mode, then my japa will feel like a duty and I will be tense. If my ego is in argumentation mode, then I will be dry and proud. If my ego is in fear mode, I will chant like a person running, not a person praying. And if my ego is in numb mode, I'm just numb. Then I'll chant like I'm chewing cardboard. So I think someone is messing with annotations. I already disabled annotations. All right. Rotate. Clear all of them. Here you go. So, there are two very sharp markers of a hard heart. The heart remains stone-like when we absorbed in mundane argument, meaning constantly trying to prove that we are right and others are wrong. And when we have the tendency to control, that's what happens. So just reflect for a moment. When the heart is busy proving and controlling, is it soft? Is it receptive? Is it prayerful? Usually not. Usually not. So this gate 3 begins with a simple honesty. Material emotions will arise during japa. And if we do not work with them, they will work on us. Now here's the danger. Many devotees, when they hear talk of emotions, go to one of two extremes. The first extreme is emotional suppression. They think, I should not feel anything. I should be above this. I should be dry and controlled. They mistake dryness for advancement. They think being stoic, stoic, like tolerating everything. They think being stoic and having a high pain threshold is being spiritual. That's one extreme. The second extreme is emotional imitation. They think the spiritual life means I must feel immense ecstasy right now. I must cry right now. I must have spiritual symptoms right now. My body should be trembling. I should be having all kinds of surreal dreams and surreal visions. And if they don't come naturally, they try to force them, sometimes subtly, sometimes dramatically. Both extremes are a problem because both are artificial. And there's a level of dishonesty in both approaches. That brings us now to the second category. That category actually belongs to our practice. It's called Sharanagati emotions. This is the heart of gate 3. Sharanagati is not yet bhakti rasa. It's not the spiritual emotions that descend from the spiritual realm. Those are bhakti emotions. But Sharanagati is also not merely material emotion. It is the doorway. It is the bridge. Jiva Goswami explains, Sharanagati is not the practice of bhakti itself. It is the entrance into bhakti. This is a big statement. There's a difference. We have to know this difference. The Sharanagati is the threshold of the doorway of bhakti. It means we can do external devotional activity. But if we don't cultivate a mood of surrender, Sharan. Sharan means to come to the shelter. Agati means to go. So to go to the shelter. If you don't cultivate this mood of surrendering, then we are not yet truly living in the kingdom of bhakti. We are just approaching the gate. So this gate, gate 3, is about walking through that gate emotionally. Because here's the difference. These bhakti emotions, the pure spiritual emotions, they cannot be rehearsed. But Sharanagati emotions, they can be practiced. Spiritual emotions, these bhakti emotions, they're a gift that come from above. They descend. They cannot be manufactured in front of a mirror. They're not squeezed out. They can't really be cultivated as such. But Sharanagati emotions, they're like sparks of emotion that are genuine cry out. But they're sparks, they can be fanned. See, Sharanagati emotions can be cultivated sincerely. It's like fanning that spark of affection for the Lord, or gratitude. You spark that fan. It's genuine. Fan that spark, sorry. It's a genuine feeling, but it's very small, and we want to cultivate sincerely, steadily, and naturally. These are natural, honest feelings. So what are Sharanagati emotions? At the simplest level, Sharanagati emotions are feelings of dependence, humility, trust, willingness, and honest longing directed toward Krishna. Sharanagati is what transforms prayer from retail to wholesale. And remember, Krishna wants complete surrender, not a deal, not a negotiation, not give a little, keep a little. Krishna wants the heart. He wants your heart, genuine feeling. So we want to bring this to Japa very practically. I want to do that with you today. If material emotions are ego-driven and self-protecting, Sharanagati emotions are Krishna-facing and self-offering. We're offering ourselves to Krishna. Material emotion says, I must manage my world. If I don't do it, I'll fail. Sharanagati says, my Lord, you are my protector. I leave it to you. It's actually hard to do that, but it can be done. Material emotion says, I must control the outcomes. Sharanagati says, my Lord, you maintain me. Material emotion says, I must be right. Sharanagati says, let me become humble and truthful. Material emotion says, I am too busy, too tired, or too distracted. Sharanagati says, let me accept what is favorable and reject what is unfavorable. That is one of the elements of Sharanagati, right? 2 elements. Material emotion says, nothing is happening. I feel bored. Sharanagati says, I want this sincerely. Please awaken this goal in my heart. That begging, that last line is essential. Please awaken this goal in my heart. So chanting with respect depends on awakening the goal in the heart. Many of us have heard that the goal is Krishna Prema. We know that. We accept it philosophically. But hearing is one thing. Awakening it is another. When the goal awakens, chanting changes. When chanting changes, the goal awakens. It becomes personal. It becomes urgent. You have the sense of urgency. I need it. Time is too short. There's not enough time. My life is too short. It becomes emotionally real. There's a Sanskrit word for that bridge emotion. It's called vyakulta. Vyakul. Vyakulta. Vyakul means to get a sense of urgency. I want it. I want it really bad. It's vyakulta means an existential spiritual restlessness. a surrendered anxiety, a spiritual anxiety, a holy urgency. It's not depression. It's not panic. But a sincere inner cry. Why is it not coming, my Lord? I want you. Why can't I focus on you? Please help me. This is Sharanagati emotion. It's genuine. This is the emotion that's not fake. It's not a performance, just you and the Lord in the room by yourself. It's not imitation of ecstasy. It is an honest longing and a sense of dependence. So the emotions of Sharanagati, they're like rocket fuel. We're trying to overcome the gravitational pull of the earth and break free from that. The gravitational pull is not just physical, it's emotional. We're emotionally attached to things, to selfish angles, to certain external outcomes. We're emotionally attached. This gravitational pull, it's attachment, it is ego, it is the weight of our habits that are bad habits. Now, Sharanagati emotions, the ones where we're trying to really come to closer to Krishna, they are fuel because emotion is a kind of energy. It is energy, actually. So when your heart becomes emotionally aligned with surrender, you get the power to rise above this emotional gravity of material life. Now let me anchor this in the classic 6 limbs of Sharanagati. We all know the 6 limbs of Sharanagati. So I want to phrase them, I want you to hear them as emotional vows, not as a kind of a dry philosophy. These are vows, these are promises we want to make to Krishna. 6 elements of surrender. My Lord, I will accept what is favorable to you. What is favorable for Krishna consciousness, I'll take it. 2, I will reject what is unfavorable. 3, I will trust that Krishna protects me. He protects my bhakti. I will trust. I will depend on Krishna as my maintainer. 4, 5, I'll cultivate humility in all my dealings. And 6, I'll offer myself fully. These are the 6 symptoms of surrender. Okay. So in gate 3, we don't just discuss these points. We will begin to chant with them, and we'll talk about how to do that. Okay. Now the third category, bhakti emotions. These are the real spiritual emotions we read about and long for. Tears, soft heart, spontaneous absorption, chanting that pulls you so deeply that you don't care for external opinion. At this perfectional stage, there's so much emotion that you may not even be able to pronounce the names properly. This is a different level completely. You will cry. You'll be moved by one name. We cannot, quote unquote, practice or rehearse these emotions. We can practice softening. We can practice surrender. We can practice sincerity. But we cannot practice these bhakti ecstasies. Bhakti emotions are gifts that descend from above, from the spiritual realm. They come when purification has happened fully, when Krishna bestows them. So in gate 3, we keep healthy boundaries. We don't chase symptoms. We don't force tears. We don't compare ourselves. We do not create a culture of performance. Instead, we take the process seriously. We chant to soften the heart. We chant with Sharanagati, these Sharanagati emotions as the bridge. And we trust that the holy name will reveal himself as he chooses. So now let's connect gate 3 to this larger multi-day framework of the series, right? So during Japa, we chant the sound. We chant it. We chant the sound. Sound is first always. Not thoughts, not prayers and sentences, not commentary. But that doesn't mean that chanting is emotionally sterile. Doesn't mean that there's no emotions. The sound is the content of the japa. And the heart's mood is the climate. You don't look at the climate. You breathe it in. You don't think surrender. You chant inside the feeling of surrender. The holy name, the sound, is like a capsule. But the feeling with which it's delivered is the medicine. So we protect the sound. And we allow a simple emotional climate to be carried by the sound. In the Shikshashtakam prayers, Lord Chaitanya prays, he says, Durdevam idrisham iha janinanuraga. Mahaprabhu is not saying, I have no access to the holy name. No. He's saying that I lack affectionate attraction. Na anuraga. I don't have this raga, the anuraga. And that pains me, my Lord. This pain is not discouragement. Discouragement blames the process. But this kind of holy, sacred lamentation turns toward Krishna. The key point is this. Raga often begins not with this idea that I have love, but it begins with, I do not yet have love, my Lord, but I want it honestly. I honestly want loving feelings. So before we chant, I want to give you one very gentle framework. Not as a method, not as something to do really, but as a way to orient the heart. We're using the word raga for this gate. And I want to be very clear about what this acronym is and what it's not. It's not a checklist. It's not 4 emotions you must generate, like you generate these emotions. And it's definitely not something you repeat mentally while chanting. Think of it as 4 doorways that already exist in the heart. On any given day, one of these doorways might be slightly open. You simply notice which one is available and go into that room and chant inside it. It's like a little room with a light of a color, an ambience of a particular mood. So raga stands for this remembrance or remorse, affection, gratitude, and appreciation. This first doorway is remembrance or remorse. It's not guilt. Guilt is self-centered. This is humility. It's a soft awareness of how easily the heart drifts. Not with drama, not with self-hatred. Just the honest recognition. My Lord, I forget you so easily, and I don't want to forget you. So we feel remorseful. That's what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying. I don't have any love. I'm not feeling it. I'm sorry. I don't want this situation where I'm not remembering you. So when that humility is present, even faintly, the genuine feeling, then chanting becomes grounded. The heart, it stops posturing. The sound becomes sincere. That's why this remorse, remembrance, it's powerful. A lot of our acharyas write bhajans in that mood. Hari Hari Bifale Janama Gavayu. My Lord, fruitlessly, uselessly I wasted my life. It's like I took poison. It's just so tragic. Affection. The second one. This doesn't mean intense emotion. It can be very quiet. It simply means remembering, just remembering, right? That the holy name belongs to a person, Krishna, who reciprocates. You can't be affectionate to a non-person. Affection is always to a person. Krishna is not just some kind of amorphous energy. He's not a, abstract principle. He is someone who responds to even the smallest turning of the heart. Sometimes affection is no more than a gentle warmth. That is enough. You do not force more, just a warm feeling toward Krishna. But that's gentle power. The third doorway, gratitude, is one of the safest and most accessible Sharanagati emotions. It's one of my personal favorite. Why? Because it immediately softens the heart. It's one of my favorite feelings. Because we have so many things to be grateful for. Immediately we can think, my Lord, so thankful you gave me this human form. Thankful you brought me to Prabhupada's lotus feet, to his instructions. Gratitude removes entitlement. It reminds us that chanting itself is a gift. Not everyone has access to the holy name. We can be thankful, my Lord, you gave me this power, this powerful process. Not everyone has a chance to sit peacefully and chant. I got it. So when gratitude is present, the holy name feels precious rather than just a routine. I mean, there's so many people who want this. They don't even know about it. And here we have been given this gift and we just take it for granted by the way we approach it with no feeling. At least let's be grateful. It's amazing. The fourth doorway, appreciation, is slightly different from gratitude. Very closely related, but it's slightly different. Gratitude thanks. Appreciation notices. It notices beauty. Look at Krishna's beauty all over the world. It notices mercy. The kindness of being allowed to chant at all. Yes, it's a kind of gratitude. But it's a heart saying, this is sacred. This matters. This is awesome. That's appreciation. Krishna, this is awesome. It's not that hard. Now, one very important reminder. We do not rotate through these during our chanting. We do not think about them. We don't even name them internally. We simply notice which one is naturally available before we start chanting. Then we meditate on that mood. Let the mood take over our heart. Then we let the sound happen inside that sweet climate. The sound remains the center. This is important. The heart provides the atmosphere. If none of these feel present, that is also fine. Perfectly fine. Even the absence of them can become a prayer. Even the heartache of not feeling becomes an offering, and that's a feeling. So if you know how to approach it, we'll always have some feeling that, Lord, I have no feeling today. Please accept my chanting now. And then we feel bad. We feel not bad, but we feel an ache. I don't have any feelings. Like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, I have no love. Raga is not about emotional achievement. It's about emotional truth and honesty. And when the heart leans to the Lord, even slightly, the holy name does the rest. The sound vibration does the rest. For the next 1 minute, We will chant japa with focus totally on the sound. With the first Hare, bring us back to the anchor. But first, let's practice entering the room of gratitude to set our mood, the inner ambience. First, think of some things that you're really, really thankful to Krishna for. Things that move your heart. Take a second. Now hold that thought and enter into that mood, that feeling. Feel it surround you and saturate your heart with it. You're thankful. You're grateful. It's such an easy thing to do. Recognize your gratitude. Sit with these feelings for a second or two. Now we chant only the sound. No sentences in the mind. No prayers in words. Simply allow that one background, climate, gratitude. And if thoughts come, return back to the sound, the first Hare. If emotions flow, let it remain wordless. Just let it be in the background as an ambience. Okay, we're going to chant now. Just about 1 minute. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Let's come back to the room. Notice you did not think gratitude, really. You chanted inside the mood of gratitude. It's not that hard. I'll give an example. Think about when you give a talk. Say, give me a lecture. Or say you're telling a story to your child. You can give a totally emotionless, monotonous, flat talk, reading from a script. Or you could give an impassioned speech that moves everyone in the audience. Same exact words. You know how different people read the storybooks to the children. The same exact words. But the mood in which you delivered it, it carried feelings, emotions. You don't think so much of the emotions. You just allow yourself to be emotional, be honest. What were you thinking about? You think about the content. Your mind was on the content. But the emotion plays a key role in touching the hearts of the audience. Also touches your heart. That's why sometimes, people, when they're giving passion speech, they also cry. Because they're feeling the emotion. But the concentration is still on the same words, you see. The emotions are, in many ways, wordless. But they're powerful. So chanting japa with feeling is the same thing. The content is the sound. Focus completely on these names. But there's a feeling. The content remains the holy names. You focus your attention solely on the sound. Calling out. But when you call out, there's an undercurrent. There's an overall climate of the mood of the calling. I'm not making this up. Now let us read the purport by Srila Prabhupada. And please listen very carefully to this purport. This is Srimad Bhagavatam, the prayers of Queen Kunti, 1.8.26. You can look up this reference. It's beautiful. Prabhupada says this. It is said in the Shastras that by once uttering the holy name of the Lord, the sinner gets rid of a quantity of sins that he is unable to commit. Such is the power of uttering the holy name of the Lord. There is not the least exaggeration in this statement. Actually, the Lord's holy name has such powerful potency. But there is a quality to such utterances also. It depends on the quality of feeling. A helpless man can feelingly utter the holy name of the Lord. So you see, he's saying the name is powerful, but he puts a caveat here. But there is a quality of, he says, a quality of feeling. Notice the point of quality of feeling. We need to cultivate a genuine, honest sense of helplessness in front of the Lord. It's a feeling. That's the point of these exercises. It's not something I'm making up. It is taught by Prabhupada himself. It's taught by Mahaprabhu in his Shikshashtakam. And it's taught by all our acharyas in their bhajans and their writings. We are persons. Krishna is a person. Emotions are the mark of a person. We have to feel it. But it has to be honest. So for next 1 minute, let's practice again. Okay. 1 more minute. We practice. Anchor your mantra to the first Hare. No extra prayers, no visualizations, no commentary. Just hear the sound and bring in a positive feeling. Step into that feeling first of gratitude and appreciation. My dear Lord, we're so thankful that you gave us this process. We're so thankful that Prabhupada gave us this philosophy. We're so thankful you gave us this opportunity. It's amazing. I'm genuinely thankful, my Lord. And now we'll chant the name. We'll chant to hear, only hear. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. The closing meditation for tonight. Chant the sound always. If you want to visualize something, visualize the sound coming into your heart. The sound is important. Focus only on that. Let the heart set the climate, not the content. We don't chant emotions. We chant inside the emotions. We chant inside a feeling of humility. We chant inside dependence, gratitude, and honest longing. Practice the Sharanagati, not ecstasies. Surrender is cultivated. Is bhakti emotions? They'll come as a gift. We don't force them or imitate them. This raga process begins with truth, not performance. Even the ache of not having taste, and offered sincerely, that is already devotion. It's not that hard. You just have to do it with simplicity and consistency and sincerity. So thank you all very much for your sincerity, for your attention. Please carry this mood gently into your chanting this week and try to bring it into all your sessions going forward. Tomorrow is our final session. We'll enter that last gate, gate 4, the mercy of the Lord. Hare Krishna. All right. Thank you very much for your attention. Please, if you have any comments or questions, I know we ended just on the dot here. But if you want to stay back a little bit and discuss, I'm available. Yes. Gail Mataji, Hare Krishna. Go ahead.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Oh my God. This session was very, I have to say, frustrating for me because there was so much that I just, couldn't understand. But let me begin with this. I'm chanting in the climate of raga, So you're giving the example of like when we read a story, right? We read with feeling, But for me, I know you said it's not complicated, but I can either focus on the sound or focus on the feeling, and focusing on feeling means focusing on thoughts, oh Krishna, I wish, why am I constantly forgetting to focus on you? Or I'm grateful you have done so many things for me, or these are the things. So I don't know, I find it distracting to to both focus on the sound and focus in the climate of gratitude or the raga, the way you described, remorse, remembering, all these things, gratitude, affection. So that was just one of a few frustrations.
Yes, okay. Thank you, Gail Mataji. Yes, this is, of course, a very difficult thing because now we're talking very subtle things. The core issue and why it feels impossible, the difficulty comes from trying to do two primary tasks at the same time. Sharp attention on the sound, and the other one is strong emotional feeling, right? Both of these require mental energy. If we demand both simultaneously and forcefully, the mind rebels. Right? Am I stating that correctly? Right. So the solution is not to split the attention. The solution is to sequence it correctly. You have to approach it correctly, sequence. So this is the key principle. Sound is the actual practice, the main focus. Feeling is the atmosphere. You should never do both. You can't do both at the same time with the mind. So you do one and prepare the other. What does that mean? It means you establish the feeling before the round.
Okay.
That's why I was saying let's first get into that mood and then only you chant. So to get in the mood can take words and prayers and alignment and visualization to get in the mood, right? Like, like say you're pumping somebody up, like you're pumping someone for the fight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you go get him. You go, yeah, you're the best. And that guy, he's a loser. And you know what he did, what he said about your mom. So you pump him up, right?
Yeah.
That's just pumping up. He's not started. He's still in the corner,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
At that point, his mood changes. Then he becomes angry. That anger now is going to power his punches. This is an example. So before starting the round, you pause briefly and set the mood. Not a complex prayers, just some honest inner orientation.
Yes.
Lord, I want to be present. I'm helpless without your mercy. Please allow me to hear. It's simple. It's a begging. It creates emotional climate. This is where feeling belongs before the round.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Then the momentum of that feeling will carry through. You see what I'm trying to say? Prepare your heart. It's like you're cleaning your sacred space and lighting the candle with the fragrance that you like.
Mm-hmm.
That fragrance is your mood, is the ambiance. You dim down the lights maybe, instead of those bright ones, you turn off most of them, just leave one, or maybe have a candle going, right? I usually use a candle. It changes the mood. It's awesome.
Yeah.
But that's not the main thing. The candle is not the main thing. You're focusing on the sound. So similarly, your emotion is the background. So once the round begins, there's no inner commentary, there's no emotional stepping into moods, no analysis of the quality. Your single task is one and only one: catch the sound clearly. The mind has only one job: notice and feel the sound, just hear the sound. Don't chase any feelings, because chasing feelings pulls attention away from the sound, and then we've lost the
Yes.
you see. So
Yes.
if you sequence it properly, then that's the whole point. You see? I hope that helps, Gail.
That's beautiful. That's
Okay.
so beautiful. I mean, I don't know if anybody else has something. Because I have a
Shameshwari has her hand up, so we'll come back to you. Let's go with Shameshwari. Yes. Go ahead, Shameshwari Mataji.
Hare Krishna Gurudev. Thank you very much.
I will.
Please accept my humble obeisances. This is awesome. I'm with Gail Mataji a little bit there. I was struggling with it too.
Yeah.
So I have a couple of questions, and I mean it follows one after another. But the Gaurav has a question as well after that. One thing was I was trying to exactly what Gail Mataji said. I did have that confusion of how to tackle it, but I think ultimately the second time when we did it. So is it like I started with gratitude and I said, thank you, Lord. And then when I took a deep breath, I was relaxed and I was smiling. Is that what the end vision, like, is that how the environment is set that you'll relax out, or how will you know that you're achieving that? That's first question. Secondly, would that change over time? Over the Japa, I'm guessing the climate changes at times. Do we reset ourselves by stopping and then resetting it, or just wanted to get your thoughts on that?
Yeah. The relaxation may be part of it. Sometimes it's more of a transcendental anxiety also. Sometimes you're less relaxed. Relaxation is not a measure of your emotional content.
Yeah.
When you're feeling remorse, sometimes you tighten up. My Lord, I really feel bad. I wasted my life. And you're crying for that. And that's a good thing to offer. It's not a relaxation. Relaxation is not a measure necessarily. Relaxing is not our goal here. Sometimes it may be, like you're at peace. Finally, my Lord, I'm opening my heart to you. I'm not feeling that weight of my guilt or my foolishness. I just feel happy that I can open up my heart. Thank you for being there for me. Then you feel relaxed. And that's honest, it's sweet. It doesn't always have to be relaxed, my point. A lot of times it will be, because you're unburdening yourself. My Lord, all this tension I had in my life, I know you're taking care of it from now on. Then you feel relaxed. That's great. That's part of surrender. My Lord, you're going to maintain me. All this time I thought it's me maintaining myself. So then you're relaxed. So it may be, relaxation is a major part of it, but it may not always be in the form of what we call relaxation. It may vary depending on the mood of the feeling that you're offering to the Lord.
And as I was doing the mantra, I was saying thank you also in the process. Because
that's fine. You feel expressing thanks in the background. That's also okay, but generally you don't even want to be saying things like that. You say thank you before you start, and then you get in that mood. Thank you, my Lord, and you can even cry feelings of thanks. And then you start chanting. Then you're crying out to the Lord. So the focus is on the words of the mantra. But that momentum of the feeling will continue. You can feel, and you can be crying those tears of gratitude, but you're not thinking gratitude at that point. You're just calling out. When the baby calls out to the mother, The baby's call is full of feeling. That's why there's tears. It cries. But it's not thinking, oh, now this is my emotion, I'm grateful, or this is my emotion is my diaper needs changing. No, that's not what it's even thinking. It's just feeling the mother. It's just all it can think is the mother's name, and it's crying out. You see. So the analogy Prabhupada gives is that we call out to the Lord like a child calls out for his mother. This is Prabhupada's analogy. I'm not making this up. So the analogy, you can really go deep into it. What does that mean? You see? Yeah? Okay, Gaurav Prabhu, you had a question?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Yes. So in the RAGA, and you said you identify the environment, whether it's remorse, or whether it's gratitude, or whether it's affection, how do you do that? Like today we started with gratitude. Will it just come on its own?
Yeah. So what I was saying is that you see, say you have 4 doors in front of you. These are all in your heart. These are all feelings that are easily available in your heart. But some doors are a little more open than the others. Like the door is slightly more open. Like today I'm really feeling gravitating towards like the remorse part. Or I'm really feeling gravitational pull towards affection, appreciation. Because maybe yesterday I heard some nice sweet pastimes of the Lord stealing butter and just feeling so much affectionate with the baby Krishna. Let me follow through on that. And we can saturate our mind with that. Krishna is so cute, and I can totally get what Mother Yashoda must be feeling and why you do this thing. It just steals the heart. And then you take that meditation and the momentum and the feeling it creates, that's affection. And then you dive with that. Or last night at Bhakti Vriksha, we really explored this bhajan. My Lord, so many lifetimes I wasted. And I'm really feeling it. I'm just looking at my current tendencies. And I just feel appalled at what I've done, wasted so much. Please, my Lord, help me come out of this life after life rut that I'm stuck in. Please. And that's remorse. So any one of them, they're quite distinct. You see how distinctly different those two were. So you have to see which one is more available to you right now. You have to kind of evaluate and see which door has more light coming out of it and go into that room. If you know what I mean. Yeah?
Thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
Danavari Mataji, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, wonderful explanation and practical points that you have explained and we practice. So I have one question. This Ragatmika Bhakti, when you said we cannot express, but we just felt before we feel it before chanting, like and someone told me that, oh, you've been chanting for a long time, but we should go into like Raga Bhakti or Ragatmika. And I said, no, I don't have it. I don't know. It will come, but I don't want to pretend, and which I like this. Pretending is not. But is this Ragatmika too in our mind? When you just said butter, like explained about Jasoda Mata was, pastime Leela, butter stealing and all, but do we bring it? I mean, you said just before chanting, but that's not Ragatmika, right? Like a spontaneous, like comes out, we don't show it or it doesn't come out, even though no matter how long you've been chanting. But do we have to have this kind of, if you can explain a little bit, thank you.
That is not like I said, we cannot practice or rehearse bhakti ecstasies, the pure ecstasies that are experienced by purified devotees. We cannot do that, and we should not pretend. We should not pretend that we're at the level of Mother Yashoda or one of Mother Yashoda's maidservants. We cannot and we should not, because we are not there. You see, if you remember last week's presentation, that is an evaluation of our quality of our chanting. And Prabhupada said, you're not even qualified to assess the quality of your chanting. Quality means that even 16,000 rounds are not enough. You're just so eager and thrilled, and like you feel like choking if you waste even 1 second without chanting, and you feel like you need millions of ears. We're not there. We don't feel it. We're not there, so we can't pretend. That's the whole thing. Today's exercise is don't pretend. Don't pretend you're Mother Yashoda's maidservant. We don't need to pretend. We just need to find our honest feelings and offer that to Krishna. Honesty. My Lord, I'm very conditioned. I still get anxious about selfish things. Yeah, so on and so forth. We should be honest about ourselves. Look in the mirror. First take off the makeup, then look in the mirror. We put on this makeup of pretension. That's not what we want in bhakti. Yeah, in regular life and office, you put on makeup, it's no problem. But in front of Krishna, we just come up as warts and all. My Lord, here we are. And be approached with honesty. So we can never pretend. We should never pretend. We become sahajiyas. We'll waste our time, and it's offensive. So yes, thank you for that question.
Thank you so much,
Hare
Prabhu. Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Chris Brian. Hare Krishna. Go ahead, Chris.
Hare Krishna Gurudev, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Haribol.
Prabhu, sometimes, especially when chanting, when I'm not at the temple, sometimes you get these distractions, and then you try like really hard to get your mind back to hearing and remembering Krishna. But it sometimes gets hard because I'm outside. I'm in the outside world. I don't have like the association of devotees. My question is, how can I be able to maintain that remembrance of hearing while chanting and remembering Krishna in the same process?
Yes. Of course, the temple atmosphere is so much better and so much more powerful than, say, the outside world. So, and we know that we feel the difference, we feel it. So, some things that we can do, like I mentioned in the first gate, the sacred space could be a corner in your room, but because it's allocated for your japa, is an embassy of the temple. You see, so you can create an embassy of the temple in your home. And how it works with embassies is that, say there's the U.S. Embassy in Nairobi. When you're in the U.S. Embassy in Nairobi, it's like you're on U.S. soil. The laws of U.S. apply. At that point, even Kenya's laws don't apply in that jurisdiction of the U.S. Embassy. So that's an interesting thing. So similarly, if you create an embassy, it's like a mental thing really, and you bring your mind there. Now I'm in the temple. When I cross this border, this 2 inches from here, that's the temple. Over here is the material world. It really is very powerful if you allocate it that way. So that's what I can offer. And then at that point, you just close your eyes. When you close your eyes and you're chanting, what difference does it make in the temple or somewhere else? Your eyes are closed. Right? And then you can pray to the Lord. So Prabhupada even says, that we should reside in Vrindavan. Doesn't matter where we are physically. We reside in Vrindavan. Means what? Our heart is always yearning for Vrindavan. Or yearning for the temple, Radha Banke Bihari temple, in Nagara. Or, Rukmini Dwarkadish temple in Nyali. Whatever your heart, you yearn for that space. So that's why we have these little embassies. And then, of course, Vrindavan, original Vrindavan in India, we can yearn for that. And once we yearn for that, then it really doesn't matter where we are physically. The whole act of chanting is to kind of isolate ourselves from not just the world, but our own world of selfishness. That's really the challenge. The physical part is not the hard part. It's to come out of our universe of selfish desires. Then it doesn't matter. So physical, at some point, not at some point, even very quickly you can come to this point where you are physically, it doesn't matter so much. Sometimes you can be more Krishna conscious in Kenya than in Vrindavan. Like I always say, it's better to be in Kenya and think of Vrindavan than to be in Vrindavan and think of Kenya. So, like this, what do you think of, what you yearn for, that matters. So you can try that trick. And then, of course, pray to the Lord. My Lord, I'm outside. I need extra help. And that prayer, the Lord will respond to the degree of our sincerity. So you can try a couple of those things. All right, Chris.
Yeah, thank you so much, Gurudev. Hare Krishna.
I want to come back to Gail. I think she had another question. Then I'll come back to Shameshwari. Gail, you had another question?
Oh yes.
Yes, I can sense that. I can sense them.
Yes. So I have a big problem.
None of your problems are small, Gail.
Well, thanks a lot.
I'm just teasing. Go ahead.
Yeah, surrender. Surrender is just a concept and a word that has just plagued me, obviously, for many years. So, okay, so part of my problem is with the word itself. So whenever I hear the word, I feel like, even though it's an English word, I feel like I'm hearing a word of a different language. So I know you tried to break it down for us today, but still, I'm having trouble relating this word surrender to the emotions of dependence, trust, humility, longing. I'm like, for one thing, all of these words, dependence, trust, humility, longing, they all can have such different meanings. And then all of them seem to have different meanings from the word surrender itself, and so it's just like it's like an obstacle for me, just grasping this concept of surrender and how it relates to our eventually experiencing spiritual emotions. So it's like a whole big enigma for me, this thing.
Okay. So really the only language I can use is English right now. So I'll stick to that. I mean, you don't want me to go down Swahili because it's not as
well. It might work a little better because nothing else has so far, but I don't know.
Okay. I don't know about your Swahili, but mine is quite rusty. So
mine is even rustier.
Okay, let's break this down. It's always good to break it down. Okay. When the devotees they hear surrender, what do they imagine? Give up everything immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Intense emotional drama. Oh, he surrendered. He's always like, or being in a constant high, like, oh yeah, I'm totally high on the name, dude. Or losing individuality. This is not what surrender means in Japa. In Japa, surrender simply means I stop pretending I am in control of this experience. Surrender means, Krishna, you're here. And now I'm giving myself to you. And I'm giving myself to this experience. I know this experience is not just me who's in control here. And I'm going to stop pretending that. This Japa is happening through my lungs and my mouth. And the vibration is happening. But Krishna, you're here. I acknowledge your presence because I know this is what this means. I know you're not different from this name. And I'm going to stop pretending that I'm fully in control here of this Japa experience. Let's put it in that way. Right? So let's go back to the gates. The first gate is the body, posture, steadiness, discipline. Second gate is the mind, attention on the sound. The third gate is the heart, emotional orientation, right? Third gate is not about producing emotion, it's about emotional honesty. So now, the third gate, surrender means what at the third gate? Let's simplify it to its bare rock bottom. Surrender means, my Lord, I'm coming as I am, not as I wish I were. In other words, my Lord, I'm here in full honesty. That is all. That is surrender. That is surrender at this third gate. That is all. You do not improve yourself emotionally. Before you just bring your real emotion, you bring your real inner condition to the holy name. My Lord, my eternal situation is that I'm always in anxiety about this or the other. I'm now here in front of you. I leave my whole life to you. My anxiety is all yours. Now I'm going to chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. That's your surrender. That's it. It's nothing more than that. We don't need to complicate it. So we can break down surrender into three simple movements. Stop hiding. Many of us chant while we're hiding our tiredness, you're hiding our frustration, you're hiding our dryness, you're hiding our disappointment with other people, with devotees. Don't hide it. Surrender begins when you stop hiding and inwardly admit, my Lord, this is where I am today. Honestly, this is like, this, my tiredness is here, my frustration is here, my dryness is here, my disappointment is here. This is who I am. I'm coming to you. So we don't hide. I'm not hiding anything, my Lord. That honesty is one element of surrender. Second element, we don't demand. At this gate, we don't demand that I should feel something. This round must be good. I want a deep experience now. No. Instead, the heart can say, my Lord, I don't know how to do this properly, actually. I'm here anyway. That line softens your heart into an honesty that is irreplaceable. It's more intense than any emotion in terms of softening. I don't know how to do this properly, my Lord. I'm here, but I'm here. I'm here. I'm going to chant because I know you are here too. So we're not demanding anything. And then we offer the state that we have. It could be longing, it could be guilt, it could be hope, it could be boredom, it could be confusion. You can offer your confusion to the Lord. Seriously.
What does it mean to offer those things to the Lord?
Yeah, it means, my Lord, I'm confused. You help me out. This is yours to deal with. You see, you can offer your confusion to the Lord. You can offer your boredom. My Lord, I'm bored. But I'm in front of you now because you're here. I know you're your holy name. I know you're here. I'm confused as heck. And guess what? I'm going to offer it to you on a silver platter. You deal with it.
I don't ever feel bored, but I'm just
saying.
No. But if somebody wants to offer boredom, I mean, what is Krishna supposed to do with that?
No, see, when we offer our flaws, we're telling the Lord, my Lord, I don't have enough. I don't have enough love for you, but I'm here. And I want to offer this feeling of not having enough love for you. I don't have enough even excitement at chanting your name as much as I should. I'm kind of bored. I know I do it because I told my guru. But today I'm bored. Yesterday I wasn't, but today I'm bored.
Mm-hmm.
You see? But I'm still going to chant and I'm going to offer this to you. You please help me out. That's what it means. When we offer our problems to the Lord, we're asking Him to solution them or do with it what He pleases. Our guilt, our longing, even our resistance. I'm resisting. My Lord, I'm feeling very resistant. Like, I don't know if I even want to be a devotee anymore. But yet I'm going to chant today and I'm going to offer that feeling to you as well. So basically what that third element of surrender means, this is what I have, my Lord, I'm placing it here.
I'm glad you're saying about this offering, because when we use this word offering for so many different things, it's like, because normally in conventional language, when we use the word offer, we're presenting something nice to somebody,
Yeah.
But here, when we're presenting these negative emotions, why are we saying that we're offering these negative emotions?
You know what we're offering here? We are offering honesty. And honesty is always nice.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
As ugly as it appears sometimes.
Yeah, like I may be addicted to something that is very bad habit. My Lord, I'm offering this to you. What? Your addiction to heroin? Yeah, I'm offering it to you. Like, I know it's bad for me. It could kill me, like tomorrow. But I'm offering it to you. You please do something about it. And I'm going to chant your name now. So what does that mean? That means I'm offering honesty, my Lord. You see. So that's what it means.
I'm presenting myself as I am.
As I am, exactly. And that is surrender. That is the core of surrender. Honesty is the core of surrender. Yeah.
And so you rehabilitate me from where I am.
In fact, if you say that, my Lord, I don't have much, but I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
That's the mode. Please accept this little effort. Then you stop talking and you chant.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
First you make the offering. It could be soaked with tears. My Lord, I don't have much. I'm here. I'm tired of fighting my mind. Please accept this effort now. And then you put that aside also. You make the offering and you chant Hare Krishna. Then you focus on the sound. So what happens when your surrender is real? What happens? Your pressure decreases because you've offered the pressure to Krishna. Your sense of defensiveness softens. Your chanting becomes lighter. And your attention actually stabilizes more because you've put aside the thing that was bothering you in one sense, because you put it on the silver platter and offered it to Krishna. He's not on your shoulders anymore. You see?
And this is Sharanagati.
This is Shanagati. Shanagati means honest emotions. It's not fake pretentiousness. All right?
Yeah. I mean, I know Shameshri, I think she has something. I really just have one last thing, but I don't know if we have time. But it's an important thing.
Okay, why don't you just say it? Go ahead and say it, and then we'll go to Shameshwari.
Okay, yeah, it kind of actually goes back to the first class where we were saying that, we don't manufacture the name, right? It comes through our mouth, it enters our ears and into the heart. So how to understand that we are vibrating the sound with our vocal cords, but we are is even though it's coming through our material body, but it's spiritual sound that's coming through our material body. How to really get that? How is this not manufacturing the sound when we are using our material vocal cords to vibrate the sound?
Yes, there's a reason why this is in the first gate, because it goes to the heart of Japa. If this point is not understood, chanting will always feel partly mechanical. And if it is understood, then everything changes. That's why your question is very key. And it's true. You said it right. You said it's important. It is important. Okay, so what's the core confusion here? And that's why I love your questions, Gail, because you really articulate the confusions that other people are not able to articulate. So I really appreciate your questions. The core confusion is this. We experience the breath. We experience our vocal cords, the tongue, the lips, the sound coming out of my body. This is just a sound I'm producing. The key shift in understanding is what? The holy name is not divine because of my lungs. The holy name is divine because of who responds to the call. My lungs are not creating divinity. They're placing a call. Think of a phone call.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Your phone is made of the glass and there's metal in it and there's like little electronics in it. Your voice travels through the electronics. None of that is the person you're calling.
Mm.
When the other person answers, the call becomes real. The phone does not create that person.
Mm-hmm.
The phone connects the person. Your breath, your tongue, your lips are the device, not the source. So what actually makes a sound divine? This is a crucial understanding. The holy name becomes divine not by sound production, but by divine presence. The name is not waiting in your lungs. The name appears when there's a calling with feeling. If you think, I am producing the name, then the responsibility stays on you. The pressure increases. The chanting feels dry. But if you think, I'm calling, and someone is responding, then the chanting becomes relational. Humility naturally arises. You'll sit up straight naturally. My Lord is here. Your attention deepens. Because the person you're calling is here.
Well, how can I understand that he has responded?
You'll feel it. You'll feel this. Have you not felt a very good chanting session and then sometimes it's not good? Why do you feel the difference there?
I only feel a difference. I only feel whether I only understand whether I've been attentive or not.
Right. But do you not feel refreshed after an attentive round? Uplifted?
Well, I feel satisfied,
Right. Okay, let's
more
just
than-
go with that. Do you feel sometimes satisfied and sometimes not satisfied?
oh, yes.
Well, there's this. That's your feeling. So you felt the feeling of satisfaction that you felt that this is a good round, or the first 2 minutes of it were really good, or whatever, or
Yeah.
these 3 rounds were fantastic. What makes them fantastic? Why did you feel good about it? That's Krishna's presence.
But that sounds more material. It sounds more like I know, I was relatively more attentive during this round. But that's on an intellectual level.
No, but you felt it. You see, feeling is different. Feeling is not intellectual level. If you feel refreshed, if you feel energized, intellect cannot create energy like that. Krishna's presence does. It's a blessing of Krishna.
Mm-hmm.
You see, that's the thing. When you feel the reciprocation of Krishna, I mean, there's a reason you've been chanting for 30 whatever years. If it wasn't giving you something, you would have given up a long time ago. Of course, you're still thirsting, because what happens is that there's a nice verse in the Chaitanya Charitamrita. Premera sabhava jaha premera sambandha. Krishna nahi mora nahi prema gandha. That as one advances in Krishna conscious practice, they feel that they don't have any love. They don't have any feeling for Krishna anymore. Like you feel that you don't have enough at all. Like you're not settling. Like I got nothing. I'm broke. Why do they feel that? That verse is very beautiful. It says, when one has love of God, he feels that he doesn't even have a scent of love of God. So you have developed, of course, we all have a long way to go. I'm not saying you've reached perfection in your chanting. All I'm saying is that we have developed a thirst. And even these little feelings of satisfaction, the glimpses that Krishna is giving us, is not enough for us. I want more. You see. And so that dissatisfaction will always be there. And that's good. I want more. These 4 gates is going to help us get more of it if we do it diligently. We want to prove to Krishna we're interested, and Krishna will be more present in our chanting. And we will feel it. You will feel, I mean, you got to be honest. If you're doing this sitting up straight and you're really focusing on the sound, I think it will be substantially better feeling at the end of that round than when we were doing it without those things.
Yeah, I just want to mention that, that this feeling of satisfaction is also just knowing that, okay, this was the most important activity of the day, most important duty of the day, and I've done that.
No, but you did it well. The quality is important, not just a checkbox. The quality is where it's at.
Yeah, I mean, I did it with quality, but
yes,
it still feels checkboxy.
It's still, of course, it'll always be that way until we reach perfection. That's not the point. The point is the quality is a spectrum. It's not just 0 or 1. It's not just switch on and off. Today the light was burning brighter. Yesterday it was on dim. That's the presence of Krishna. And that's how we express our gratitude. All right?
Okay, thank you very, very much.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Wow, we've gone quite a bit over. But we can go back, Shameshwari Mataji, then we'll end it.
I think mine will be quick. But I just wanted to add to Gil Mataji's, but even if it's a checkbox, but you did it for the intent of the Lord, right? So I think that counts. So I just wanted to add that part. I'm with you, Gurudev. I think I was feeling, especially after doing the first 2 gates. In fact, today earlier, I was feeling like I was going mechanical. So I'm really waiting to do this heart-to-heart conversation before I start with the Lord. So set up the climate, like you said, right? So I wanted to ask was just a quick question on, over time, as you're doing the chanting, I'm sure your mood would change, right? Or you may get distracted doing 16 rounds. Do we reset our climate? I mean, something happened to the electrostat, so thermostat. So
sure. Yeah.
Do we pause and do we do it again?
You can pause. Yeah, you can pause. And first of all,
if it's sounding mechanical, maybe we do that.
First of all, main thing is focus on the sound.
Mm-hmm.
If you keep coming back to the sound, then the mind can automatically assume the mood as well very easily. You don't need to pause. You don't need to pause for more than 2 seconds to get back into the room,
Okay.
You don't need to wait for the round to end. You can just take a second and say, "Oh wait, I lost my focus on the sound. What's going on? Oh, because I started thinking about my taxes. Okay, forget it. Now, just put that aside. We'll do taxes later. It's not even like it's till January. Don't worry. Whatever, right? Put it aside, and then you start again, chanting the sound. Oh, Krishna, you're so kind. And then it's the idea is that we want to develop a habit where we move through these first three gates like within 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
You pick up the beat and immediately you're at the gate 3, and then you're at the doorstep of gate 4. We'll do that tomorrow. It has to be immediate, almost like it's like driving a car. How long? In the beginning you have like 5 different things: put your belt, this, that. 5 different things. Check your mirror. But now you're just going there. It happens within a second. Before it used to take you 10 seconds. Now it takes you 1 second to get rolling. So but you still do all the steps. It just becomes what's called unconscious competence, where you come quickly to the point of focus and you start offering your feelings like immediate. In fact, it should become like that, like muscle memory. Then immediately start offering your heart on the silver platter. It shouldn't be a whole yagya every single time.
No, this is very helpful. Thank you, Gurudev. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you all again for your participation, and hope to see you all tomorrow at the same time. It's the last session on Zoom, and then after that we will be using all these tools when we get together in San Diego in person, where we'll chant more with each of these things. Okay. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Bol.